Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Yay Networks.
Parenting is such a breeze, oh, but it would bring you to your knees if it weren't for Chatty Daddy. Oh, yeah, the Chatty Daddies.
Hi, welcome to another episode of the Chatty Daddies. I don't know why I did that, but I felt
it sounded good to me.
Felt nice.
No, it's a good way to kick things off, just mixing it up a little bit.
I'm JC Chavez.
My name's Nick Adams. I wasn't sure which direction we were going.
I don't know.
I was
right
going
or left.
clockwise.
They figured it out. They'll figure it out.
Yeah, they know who you are.
You know, I tried to do a funny joke with my son this weekend, and it kind of backfired.
A funny joke or a prank?
Well, we were just like playing with each other. Oh, so, okay, here's what happened. At church, they have little like sticky name tags. It just like prints out and it has their name. Mm-hmm. And so after church, he handed it to me. And then we were just sitting in the car waiting for my wife and daughter to walk in, and he like put it on my lips thinking it was kind of funny, and I was pretending like I couldn't talk, and I kind of pushed it on there a little extra hard, thinking because these things fall off of clothing,
of course,
so easily,
the easiest,
like they never stay on. I'm surprised he still had it after church, and we were having the best time. It was a really fun 30 seconds, and then he went to rip it off my mouth. I did not think it was going to hurt, but it hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt bad.
And it was a good adhesive.
And so for the last couple days, it's just been feeling like I just like made out with sandpaper or something. Like it's hurting.
Like it ripped stuff?
Took the top layer of skin off, maybe.
Luckily it didn't take off any like whiskers, didn't take any facial hair off with it. So my long beard is still intact, but I was just, I was shocked that, that's actually a thing. People are actually screaming in pain in movies.
Because of the tearing off of whatever.
Tape, adhesive. It's like, oh, man, this funny moment.
Yeah. Slight little prank on there. Let me ask you this, because you do have two kids, Nick. I have two kids. Trey, you'll end up with maybe 2 or 3. But do you, at my home, I already know which one of my kids is down to get pranked and scared randomly, and which one I better not.
I don't think I know that yet with mine, because I just love to scare them all both.
The problem is I finally realized what it is. Cason is all A-okay with getting pranked. I can scare him. I'll sneak upstairs without making a sound when he's like on his iPad or on the toilet, and I bam on the door and I freak him out and he screams and we both roll on the floor laughing.
Hilarious. I love all those jokes.
Yeah, I love it. Tried it with Chloe. She got pissed off at me for the entire weekend one time. Right? I learned my lesson. I know that I am not allowed to prank my wife or my daughter at my house. I guess it must be a Chavez girl trait that you don't like pranks. Boys like it. But the problem is now my son knows that the girls don't like it. And he leans into it.
Oh, yeah.
He wants to make sure he makes their life hell with pranks. And I don't know how to get him out of that. Because he won't stop, dude. He won't stop pranking his sister.
He's going to have to learn his lesson by if she slaps him in the face or if she gets really mad or breaks his video game controller or something.
Well, she kicked him in the nuts.
Yeah.
Finally, she kicked him good to where he was in tears, and it was one. And guys, you know what we're talking about, that pain. Ladies, unfortunately, we've talked about this before. Sorry to say, it's the worst pain.
It's the worst pain.
Far worse than birth.
Yeah, it is.
And so he was really mad, and he wanted to get aggressive back. And I said, no, I've told you that you don't prank her, and I'm not going to ground her or get her in trouble for defending herself. Was that a bad move?
No. Fine.
The parameters have been set, and he didn't go along.
And he
with
can
them.
say, but Chloe's your favorite. You're doing favoritism. You say, yes, I am.
Interesting. I'm now thinking, so physical violence is an okay retaliation?
It's not that it's okay. It's just that he scared her so bad that her response was to kick. She was thrown. She wasn't expecting it. And no, I don't condone violence. Of course not. But at the same time, I
probably would have thrown a kick as well.
Listen, I'm a little low key proud that my daughter's first reaction to any man even her brother included, scaring her is to kick him square in the nuts.
What if it's a parking lot in the middle of the night?
Yeah,
I know those same reactions.
I know that she's going to hold her own if something goes awry and I'm not there to protect her. I know she's going to go freaking, she's going to go ham on them hams.
And hey, Cason knew the risks, right? And you know what? I bet she in the chaos of the scare, there was a moment, Chloe's smart. She knew.
Totally.
She knew this was a prank. But she had that half a second to pretend like she didn't realize it, and she took that chance to kick him in the nuts because she could.
It's stand your ground, and she did.
I don't like being scared. Kara doesn't like being scared.
Don't.
And we're not really...
There's going to be no pranks at your house.
Right.
You're not going to hide behind the door when Quaid walks in and go, ha!
And I mean, he knows when I'm like, I'll poke my head around there and then I'll hide back behind a wall and he'll run around. And so he knows what's going to happen, at least at this point. I don't think I want to escalate it past that because I don't like being scared. But I do think that puts him at a disadvantage with his bros. I think that he's going to be hanging out with a Cason who's going to want to scare him.
Exactly.
And then he's not going to be prepared. And that's going to, when he gets, scared, that's not going to look good in front of his boys.
Dude culture is wild, man.
I know. I'm the
so
same
stupid.
way when it comes to my son's very sensitive about anything. And I'm like, dude, your friends are going to make fun of you and you're not going to be able to hang in the friend group. Making fun of you doesn't mean that they hate you. Making fun of you means your friends love you.
And that makes me sad.
I know.
But also, making fun of you also means they don't like you. It's the
100,
same.
That's what I was
same.
going to say.
Yeah.
If they don't like you, they're going to make fun of you too. How do you know?
I don't know. I mean, we give each other a very hard... We've all worked for each other for over 10 years.
Yeah.
We all make fun of each other quite a bit.
We do.
Right,
but that means we like each other.
I've been convinced for the past 10 years that you guys hate me.
No.
And I'm on the outs.
It's the sign of admiration.
Sure.
But going back to, which, if you're the guy that's getting made fun of by everyone, including the guy you think is the dorkiest in the group, and you see that he's making fun of you and the other guys are piling on top of his jokes, that's where you know. Now, do you walk away from the group at that point where you realize, crap, I am not welcome?
I think it depends on what is being made fun of. If they're making fun of, I don't know, your T-shirt that's a little goofy, maybe you just don't wear that T-shirt again.
Yeah.
And it's fine. But if they're making fun of, like, if you walk with a limp or something, then maybe, then you leave the friend group.
But you can't leave the friend group because now you're throwing everything off. Because every group needs that guy.
Yeah, it's kind of like getting a new job. Like, you don't get a new job if you don't have a job to go to. Like, you don't quit your current job without a next job to go to.
Yeah.
So, like, you can't change friend groups until you have that next friend group lined up.
Right.
And there's always the one guy that goes too hard. There's the one guy that always goes too hard, making fun of that guy, and you got to check him a couple times.
Yeah, I've said this before. There's a guy in my friend group. His name is Brian Walker. And and look at we make fun of him nonstop. I have felt terrible about the things I've said to him. But then he does stuff that is the dumbest thing you can imagine, and we have to make fun of him.
You did it to yourself at times. That's why they become the guy, because you do it to yourself. Yeah. It's not that we want to or want you to be that guy. It's just that you just kind of you did it.
Yeah, we felt bad one time in college. We lived together, and we moved his room into the kitchen and the kitchen into his bedroom. Like, we just flip-flopped everything.
That's awesome.
So he had to sleep in the kitchen for like a week, and he came home and he like saw his everything, posters, bed, computer, desk, and he was like, we didn't know that, like, I think like one of his relatives was sick that week.
Right.
We didn't know about, and then like he had like 2 big tests that we didn't know about.
So that guy has to change who he is, right? To stop getting made fun of?
He's never changed himself.
But you would stop making fun of him if he changed, right? Like, he doesn't want to be made fun of.
No, he doesn't.
And so he should change who he is as a person.
No.
We're not making fun of, like...
You just don't
We're making fun of his actions. Like, if he said a dumb thing to a girl, or if... Like, one time he said he was going to go vegetarian for a week and he ate Whataburger the next day. So we make fun of him for that kind of stuff.
Well, I just hear all the time, be yourself. Just be yourself. And everybody should accept you. And honestly, like, I don't feel like anyone has ever accepted me.
Yeah, it's something you
And I'm
say.
trying to be myself all the time.
We accept you. I love you, Trey.
We started a podcast.
I always tell people
you.
you're one of my favorite people.
Well, thank you. That's great.
I'm lying, but I tell them.
Sure, exactly. But I just mean, if you're trying to be yourself, which Brian Walker is, and you still he's like, well, okay, I guess I'll just change who I am so I can fit in better. Is that how he should feel?
I don't know.
Or
He's never changed himself, and we still like him.
Take it like a dog and just get made fun of and have his stuff moved.
We moved his stuff back though.
Well,
Yeah. It's just a joke. Let me ask you this, because this happened to me. I guess we're getting deep into our childhood friendships here.
Yeah.
So I had a group of my friends. So I had my core friends that you make like when you're in fourth grade, and you keep them. And those guys that you make when you're in fourth grade, those friends, are the friends that you hang out with after school, but not really at school and stuff. They didn't play sports. I did, and all that stuff. To this day, they were groomsmen of mine. I still love them. But then I had my sports friends, my football buddies. And I always felt, and in a football team, since it's so big, you break off into little clusters.
Yeah.
And so I had a cluster of like 4, 5, 6 of us. And there was always this one guy in that group that I just felt hated me. Hated me. To the point where at times I would pull my buddies aside and be like, yo, man, I really don't think Josh likes me. You know, I think he like borderline hates me. Doesn't acknowledge me, won't make fun of me. You know, we're all making fun of each other, but he would never be buddy with me.
He wouldn't even give in to making fun of you.
Right. And if there was a sleepover and it was at his house, I would show up to school on Mondays and they'd be talking about the sleepover. And I'm like, oh, I got left out, because he invited them, but not me. But if anybody else from the group had a sleepover, I was always there. And he just, we didn't vibe. And all the guys would always reassure me and go like, nah, Josh, he likes you, bro. We're all boys. You're part of the crew, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, every time they reassured me until we graduated from high school, and I went back to my little town, my hometown during the winter break, and all the guys, our group, I found out were hanging out. I called one of them. They're like, oh, we're hanging out at Josh's house. Like, and I said, oh, cool. Should I stop by? You know, because he didn't hit me up, and his name's Bobby. Bobby goes, yeah, for sure, bro. Stop by. We're all here. Caesar's here. Andy's here. Everybody's here. Freddie's here. Oh, cool. Haven't seen those guys in a year. So I drive up, and I'm about to open the door, and I could hear him talking mad-ish about me. Mostly, why'd you invite him? I freaking hate that guy. Yeah. He annoys me. Like, all this stuff. The thing you never want to happen, where you want to hear people talking about you, happened.
And you had that gut feeling this whole time.
And I had that gut feeling. I just kind of stood there, and I took it in, and I had that moment of, do I walk in now, and it's going to be awkward, or do I just leave? And I did. I walked in. I walked in, and dude, his face switched right away, and everybody's face. And I just kind of remember sitting there, and I looked at my buddy Bobby that I had talked to on the phone. And I was like, "Hey, man, I just want to stop by and say what's up to you guys, but I got to go somewhere else. I just realized my mom. I made up some bullish excuse.
A good move."
Bobby followed me out, and he goes, "Dude, you good?" I said, I told you he didn't like me.
Yeah.
And he goes, you heard all that, huh? And I said, yeah, but I told you he never liked me. And he goes, and he finally fessed up. He goes, honestly, I don't know why he never liked you. But you were right. He never liked you. But you get those vibes from people that you know what I mean? That don't like you. And I'm trying to teach my son that.
It's awkward. It's weird,
I'm like,
man.
when you get those vibes, man, when somebody doesn't like you, just go with it. But continue to be nice. He was nice to me. It's not like he was rude. I was nice to him. But, man, I was right all along.
Yeah. You never want to find out that you're right.
No.
Although,
BetterHelp helps me now, though, guys, with all these things.
And when stuff goes wrong, you got to talk to somebody. And this podcast right here is kind of our therapy session, but it is also sponsored by BetterHelp, actual professional therapists.
Wouldn't it be awesome if life came with like an owner's manual?
It would be.
It'd be great.
Turn to page 4 to learn how to get over heartbreak.
Yeah, or get over a guy not liking you that you want to be really good friends with. But unfortunately, it doesn't. But BetterHelp Online Therapy can help us problem solve and can help us get to the root of the problem at times. All you got to do is talk to a licensed therapist, and they're available for you.
So therapists are trained to figure out the cause of challenging emotions, to help you learn productive coping skills, which makes therapy the closest thing to a guided tour in this complex engine that the world calls you.
Yeah, we love BetterHelp because it is so convenient. It is the world's largest therapy service. BetterHelp has matched 3 million people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists, available 100% online, and plus, it's affordable. It's very easy to get matched with a therapist. All you got to do, fill out a brief questionnaire on their website, and if things aren't clicking with you and your therapist, you can easily switch to a new therapist at any time. It could not be simpler.
Hey, my therapist, back when I was a young kid, he had a pipe he would smoke in his office at that time. You don't have to deal with some kooky quirks of a therapist in person. You don't have to deal with smells or anything. You don't have to deal with the waiting rooms or other people sitting in that waiting room.
And if you're not vibing with your therapist, maybe because they're smoking a pipe or whatever, you could switch it up. BetterHelp Online Therapy makes that so easy for us.
There's no traffic to have to drive through to get there, no endless search for the right therapist. You can learn more and save 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/daddies. That's betterhelp.com/daddies.
Parents, the holidays are right around the corner. How about giving the gift that makes them feel special and unique, just like the relationships we share? That's why we're going to give everyone we care about StoryWorth.
Yeah, StoryWorth is a very cool idea, and whoever you give it to is really going to thank you, and it's going to be a nice little way for you guys to bond throughout the year. So StoryWorth, it's an online service, and it helps you and your loved ones preserve these really special memories that you have and these stories for years to come.
So every week, Storyworth emails your relative, your friend, whoever you wanted to bring Storyworth to, a thought-provoking question of your choice. So they give you a list that you get to choose from, and then they'll send it to your recipient, and they'll be able to answer those questions long form. They can do deep thoughts. It's like questions you'd never think to ask, too. Like, what's the bravest thing you've ever done in your life? Don't you want to know that story from your grandfather, your grandmother who moved across the country, who had 12 kids, something along those lines?
Because they actually had really cool stories, unlike bravest thing I did was I ate kale instead of spinach, that's pretty brave.
Hey, and then after a year, Storyworth is going to compile all of these stories, including photos, into this really cool keepsake book that you'll be able to share and have for generations to come. So if you are asking your grandfather, your grandmother, your mom, your aunt, your cousin these really cool questions, their memory is going to live on for a long time.
With Storyworth, we are giving those we love a most thoughtful personal gift from the heart and preserving their memories and stories for years to come. You can too. Go to storyworth.com/daddies and save $10 off your first purchase. That's storyworth.com/daddies to save $10 off your first purchase.
So over the last few weeks, we've been talking about should we not give vasectomies? I think JC and I are on board of saying yes. My wife was really
You're scheduled, aren't you?
I'm not scheduled.
Oh, not yet. Okay.
I just had a consultation, and then my wife started having these reservations. Like, she knew that I was going to this vasectomy appointment, but she was like, I don't know. It just seems like a final. She was really second guessing herself, and so Lily, she hit us up. And I don't know if this makes me feel any better, Lily.
Uh-oh.
Lily, she said, I have a cousin who had her tubes tied, and the father got snipped. So they double whammy.
Yeah.
Not too long after, they had a daughter a few years later.
What?
Both procedures grew back. Her name is Angel. I don't know much about anatomy. I don't know much about the female anatomy in general, but the female anatomy...
Completely clueless?
I had no clue how. I don't. When they say tie your tubes, I don't know what that
You got your ovaries.
I believe they're the fallopian tubes.
And so they just put a rubber band around it so no eggs come out.
Again, we're not doctors, so I don't know, Nick.
All I know, fallopian.
I see that,
kind of looks like a bull.
And you have the fallopian tubes.
You're showing me on your pelvis right now.
Yeah, it's on the pelvis area, and that's all I know. But I would guess that they just kind of
same kind of procedure they do with the vasectomy, just
burn
on
the
a
bridge.
larger scale.
Mm-hmm. Oh. We got several people that emailed us and sent us DMs and stuff that said we were talking about when to get it. Of course, suggested March Madness.
Of course,
during that time. Lots of
Thanksgiving's not one.
Every time March Madness comes around, you see the story headlines that there's a peak around there, so you can just sit on the couch for 4 or 5 days. There's a basketball game on from 10 a.m. to midnight. You can do
or we could try this, which is happening in Australia. Okay. There's a temporary vasectomy.
What does this mean?
This means it involves injecting a gel directly into your guy.
What?
They said it could prevent pregnancy for up to 2 years.
Is this like an at-home thing? Like, am I doing this in my own bathroom?
No, I think you're going to have to go to the doctors. But researchers in Australia are testing a new birth control option for men described as a temporary vasectomy. It involves injecting that gel directly into your family jewels. So they They inject it into the vas deferens.
Okay.
That's basically the tubes that transport a guy swimmers from one part of his junk to where they need to be.
I think that's what they clip.
Where the
clip happens.
From, yeah.
So the gel blocks them from getting there up to 2 years.
Ooh.
Game changer. Because I mean, is the gel like hormones or is it just like a barrier?
I think it's like one of those things that you see on the seal that you could put on a boat.
Yeah,
Flex
totally.
Seal.
The Flex Seal. I guess that's what I'm.
I mean, I'm totally down.
That's
right?
a great choice for college age guys and stuff like the early 20s.
To be careful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to stop STDs, but it's going to stop unwanted pregnancies. Again, this is still in the research stage, and the problem is that the researchers are worried that they weren't going to get enough volunteers. So they posted about it on social media. Hundreds of young men applied. They got so many applications that they shut it down after 2 days. 25 lucky men are now taking part of the study. Researchers are describing this as very safe. They said the biggest risk is that it might not work. So the men could be overconfident and accidentally get somebody pregnant.
Totally.
So I guess maybe you inject the gel, take a few samples every few weeks, months, and just see
the
if
sperm count on that thing right there. If it does work, they'll do a larger follow-up study. And they say that they might be looking for volunteers here in the U.S. to try the next study.
Hey.
Let me give you a reason to get that vasectomy done.
Yeah?
So there was a family I met at Quaid swim lessons. Mom, dad, 2 sons, and then in Quaid's class, triplets.
Oh my gosh.
So they were planning on having 2 kids, and they were like, "Cool, we've got our family complete. We're good to go." Oh. Come on, just one more baby. One more baby.
Yeah.
And triplets.
Wow.
So there's a reason to go ahead and just go, 2's good. We're good.
See, that's
don't
want to
risk it.
Like when our kids are just being just horrible.
Yeah.
During, whenever it is, and they're screaming and crying and breaking stuff. I look at my wife, I'm like, "You want another one?"
You know what?
She's like, "No." She doesn't want more kids.
You know what's stopping me? People like Trey. When I look at his videos and see how
cute Quaid is.
And how funny he is. And I had an instance this weekend where we were driving to Chloe's final soccer game, and I looked in my back seat, and Cason was kind of like passed out. But he used to look like a little boy passed out.
Right.
Now he looked like a dude passed out, like just mouth open, drooling a little bit. Like he doesn't look like my little boy
He's
anymore.
not the cute, cuddly little...
No, he fits in a freaking adult-sized seat now. And same with my daughter. It's just, I miss those days so much.
Yeah.
I miss them so much. But then you think about how
those
tough
days were a struggle.
It is a big time struggle with sleep. And do I have the same energy as I did then 10 years ago, 11 years ago? I don't know. I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty tough, man.
My daughter is sleepwalking again, guys.
Okay.
This sounds like scary for her, for
It
everyone.
is. You know what I woke
Kicking
up?
people in the nuts as she's going around.
You know what I woke up to this morning? It just happened. 3 o'clock, 2 in the morning, probably. My daughter's sitting on the bed talking. I woke up to talking. And I opened my eyes, and she's sitting in between my wife and I, talking.
She's got her blonde hair just covering her eyes.
Yes. And so I kind of nudged Kinsey, and Kinsey woke up, and she goes, "Chloe?" And Chloe just started talking. She goes, "Yeah, I was just doing this." And couldn't tell you what she was saying. She was just talking. I was freaked out a little bit. And so I reached over to I reached over to touch her, and she was kind of cold because the weather's getting colder, which means she's been out of her bed for a while. It's not like she just got out of the bed. So Kinsey went and put her back in her bed, and she said, "I don't know how long she's been sleepwalking, but it's been a while because her bed is freezing cold."
That's great.
So my daughter, I don't know what she did. So I need to look at my footage from the cameras in the living room, I guess, and see if I picked something up because she must have been walking around for a while.
That's crazy.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's probably not the best, but I don't know that it's bad. It's just probably not restful sleep.
Unless she starts trying to cook something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's full on sleepwatting again.
Scary. And you're not supposed to wake up a sleepwalker, right?
Yeah.
That's the
I
rule.
tried not
the rule
to
anymore.
Because it can scare them.
Or you're like it. I thought I had heard it like keeps you in like a state of dreaming forever if you try to wake them up.
That might
like,
be an
you're
urban
like
legend.
it ruins your brain.
But I also believe that, so I didn't wake her up.
Exactly.
But she was having a conversation back to us this morning. I called Kinsey and I said, "Hey, did she remember any of that?" And she said, "Absolutely zero recollection. She just woke up in her bed, had no idea."
Yeah, I'm certain you're fine to wake people up that are sleepwalking.
Try it.
Right. Yeah.
Video it and try it.
I should have started recording, man, but that's wild. And my son doesn't do that. It's just Chloe.
Yeah.
And it's scary, man.
People's brains fire in different ways.
They are firing in different ways.
We got anything else? All right. Let's go take a nap ourselves. What do you think?
It's a nap day today for you?
Nap day?
Love a nap
Come on.
today.
I'm officially done with football season, so I finally get my life
Weather,
back.
the perfect nap weather.
It's nice.
I saw a meme the other day that was like, if your dad didn't fall asleep in the middle of the busiest room, the loudest room in the house, and get mad at you for talking, is he really your dad?
Right?
I find myself doing that already. And
Really?
I didn't like it when my dad would fall asleep in the living room.
Yeah.
We'd be like, well, but I want to watch TV or something.
Yeah.
I want to watch Ninja Turtles.
I wish I could just fall asleep. Please.
What was it like having your dad in your living room?
Oh.
Okay.
All right. I'm Trip here.
I'm Nick Adams.
I'm Jose Chavez.
And remember, stand up straight.
Yeah, I hit you with the Jose this time.
Oh,